Where is the vault? Do you understand me?
I can't lock onto its language.
It's a lower life form, you fool. Probably the captain's next meal.
Don't be so sure. Look at the size of its ears.
Wives, no kids, but the thought is, why not a pooch? So we set out to start looking for dogs.
There was several different animal companies, all brought animals, and I brought a border collie and a Boston Terrier for Performing Animal Troupe, which is the company that owns Breezy. And another company brought 13-inch beagles, and they ended up choosing the 13-inch beagles.
They brought us pictures of 40 different breeds of dogs. And when we got to the 13-inch beagles, and they brought a bunch of them in, we got suckered in. They were all a little bit too cute.
On your feet, good.
The key was to not use the dog in an obnoxious way. Don't have the dog save the day. Don't have the dog do anything cutesy.
Is there a problem?
No, sir.
Oh, I forgot. Vulcan females have a heightened sense of smell. I hope Porthos isn't too offensive to you.
I've been trained to tolerate offensive situations.
By having a dog, which is an odd thing. Again, he only thought they were going for 3 days. Whether if I went back to Earth, would I drop the dog off? I don't know. But that just was something that he obviously, in his development in Starfleet, he'd always had taken his dog with him, and this was no different. And that's just kind of one of the perks, I guess.
Where no dog has gone before.
I've probably had more encounters with the dog than anybody but Scott. I am now the dog's babysitter. Whenever Scott goes off, whenever the captain goes off on a dangerous mission, I get the dog.
I went to decon. I thought you were down there with Porthos. Is everything...
It's all right to pet him. You'll have to use the isolation gloves.
Did you run your tests?
His autoimmune system is collapsing. I've isolated the pathogen, broken down its protein sequence. I can't explain it, Captain. It shouldn't be affecting him like this, but it is.
And there are two dogs, of course. And you know the story how the Porthos is a male dog, but they use female dogs. So Porthos has no genitals.
In the beginning, because Breezy's playing a male character, there were, as I understood it, there were directives that came down, don't shoot the dog from behind. And one way I thought that we might get around that is to have her go through the transporter and come out female.
These are trained animals that are wonderful at doing exactly what you want. The one thing that they don't do is they don't sit and cuddle with you and like to be played with. They're pros. So you don't get to spend a lot of time doing this sort of stuff with them.
On the mark, back up, on the mark. Good.
One of the things that happens is if you're in a scene with a dog, the trainer has to sort of find some place to hide where the dog can still see the trainer. As soon as the dog can no longer see the trainer, the dog goes into mode, at which point the trainer has to, shh, Breezy, 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 Breezy. So, for one thing, you're usually ADR, and you're going in and doing added dialogue, because none of what was taped on the set can be used. And it's just cut, 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 do it again, do it again, do it again. They're long days. Scott is a great trainer, and Breezy is a wonderful dog. It's just the nature of the beast.
Good.
I think Porthos is the true star of Enterprise. It's just that our producers haven't realized it yet.
All I can tell you is I did hear a rumor that Porthos was renegotiating his contract for more money or something.
I know. Your breakfast is 2 hours late. Don't give me that look.
The thing with Porthos is he gets paid more than all of us, so we all sometimes wish we were Porthos, get Portho hours and Portho dollars, so.
I don't talk to the dog. Actually, it's dogs.
Yes.
They're very pissy, and they have a bigger trailer than me, and I'm probably sure that they probably get paid more than I do.
Some people would say that she eats better than the cast.
That's the last time, Porthos.
She's a scene stealer, so we try to use the dog sparingly. People have pitched any number of Porthos episodes ideas, and we don't do them because we don't want the dog to steal the show. Porthos becomes intelligent. Porthos is the only member of the crew who can communicate with some canine-like alien race. Porthos has to take command of the ship. I mean, it's kind of astonishing what people will bend over backwards to do for that cute little dog.
We've had some problems with her wanting to lick, what they call giving kisses, and to get around it, I've occasionally used garlic chicken breast and rubbed the skin of the actor so that she'll lick and give those kisses.
Yes, Porthos hasn't had the love interest show yet. I hear it's coming, but.
Stop it, you two. Porthos.
The Porthos series, who would be his crew? You know, another little group of beagles, a couple of cats maybe. Cats and dogs get along in the 22nd century in Gene Roddenberry's universe. I think that it would be funny, obviously, to see the whole crew reduced to a bunch of animals. But of course, that's crossing the line. That's when Enterprise would, to use another animal metaphor, jump the shark. I think if we started to do a show with a bunch of other animals.
Quiet!
Box turtles, they don't bark, they're easier. Why Scott couldn't have had a box turtle or some kind of fish. That would have been easier.
Roll over, good. Good, roll, good, stay. Roll, good.
Porthos is the only actor on our show that actually poops on the set, which, is fun.
What's that smell?
I've just passed the dog in the passageway, and one of the dogs either sort of looks at me like that each season and goes, you're still here.
Porthos is a diva, complete diva. You can't talk to the dog unless you're doing a scene with it. You can't look at the dog. Dog gets fed constantly. I've had some issues with Porthos, actually. Sort of who gets what kind of stuff. He's catered to completely. I don't get lunch. Porthos gets lunch. And Porthos can't speak English. So, he's got a good agent.
The biggest problem with Porthos, I think, are the script notes. When, you get these voicemails, messages left on your machine, and it's just, this dog barking. I mean, well, what's that all about?
Sorry, fella. You gotta stay.
I really shouldn't talk about this. It's one of those behind-the-scenes secrets, but at one point, Porthos came to me and was not quite happy with his performance, and he asked if we could take a couple of the wrinkles out of his eyes and give him a little bit more smile in CG land than he was able to muster with his own mouth, because unfortunately he's a dog and his snout doesn't allow for the full range of facial expressions that humans can do, so he wanted to be able to compete with the human actors on a more even playing field. So we help him out once in a while in that way.
Report, come on.
The only thing I can say about Porthos, and this really goes to all of the animals that work in our business, is that they have it better than any of us. And there is a certain resentment that the humans carry toward the dog actors. Computer pause. I'll feed you in a minute. But because I did an animated film and I played a cat in the animated film, I've learned to, open my eyes and try and appreciate the animal's plight more than I used to, because they always had a bigger trailer and they get fed whenever they want to get fed, and when they don't feel like working, they just don't work. And so actors are generally we're very jealous of all the animals in the business. But other than that, we get along great.
I'm telling you right now, there's nobody who hates that dog. Everybody, they see the dog. The dog just walks on camera and people are going, oh, everyone loves Porthos.
Come on, boy. Yeah. We're going home.